It's absolutely fucking freezing and I hate it. Stick around for music from... Who have we got on today? Don't know. Wait. Yes. Do you like Lego? Yes, everybody likes Lego. We have an excellent music video done in the Lego movie style from pop punk Mavericks Keep Summer Safe. Woo!
Extra, extra, here's some news.
If you want some high quality punk rock news, why don't you subscribe to the YouTube channel MPRV News? They cover MPF every year and do a lot of great work in interviewing numerous artists from the punk rock DIY sphere. Do a really good job with actual cameras and real microphones and everything. So there's an absolute treasure trove of stuff to explore on YouTube. High quality content, long form interviews from the bands, straight from their mouths to your ears. You want to check that out. TNS Records are about to release their 100th release. Incredible, isn't it? And they're going to do something a little bit different this time. And rather than release something by one particular band, they've opted to go for a double LP, double CD compilation of numerous bands they've worked with and bands that have blown them away across the years that they feel need more exposure. There's loads of different bundles for that release on the TNS Records website, including a CD, a double vinyl, you can get a jigsaw puzzle, and there's a zine as well, which goes into some of the history of TNS Records from Manchester, if you didn't know. Yeah, well, that's awesome. It's not an interrogation, it's just a question for you.
Hi, it's Matt from Resuscitators, here to talk about my favourite album of 2020, and also two more that were very nearly my favourite album of 2020, which, despite being a bit of a shit show of a year, had some good records in, which is good. So, first one that I thought was very nearly there was called Set Loose by a band called March. It came out in March of last year, and it's available on their Bandcamp. There's nothing particularly groundbreaking about this. It's just a really, really good rock and roll record. It's a bit Motorheady, it's a bit Wild Hearts. There's a hell of a punk influences in there. So yeah, check it out. The track called Born a Snake is a good taster track. The next one that very nearly made it, and possibly would have in another year, was American Slang by a band called Death Drive. It's their debut record. It came out in May. And it's this crazy blend of hardcore raging and punk energy, and then these great rock and roll riffs over the top of it, which tie it all together, and in places make it really catchy. It's so close to being one of those perfect albums that's brilliant from start to finish, but there's a couple of tracks on there that sound like they were written a while ago and haven't yet been replaced. They've just sort of stayed in the set. But overall, it's the same feeling you get when you listen to the first Gallows record, and it's really, really good and well worth a listen. Check out Julius Seizure, which is an epically named song, but also really good for a taster of it. The best album of the year, though, my number one album of 2020, was Concrete by the band Pity Party, which you can pick up from their Bandcamp. They've done a few more things before this, but this is a really tied together, unified, start to finish great album. They're just perfect pop songs with really good riffs in, excellent melodies, and it just reminds me more than any other band I've heard of Mixtapes, who are a much loved and sadly no longer with us band that just wrote these really great pop songs in a punk style, of course. So when people talk about pop punk and it all sounds like the same thing, this isn't pop punk, it's just pop songs played by a punk band, I guess. And there is no higher praise than sounding a bit like Mixtapes. So listen to the whole thing from start to finish. There's no need for any individual tracks to be picked out. It works all the way through. That's Concrete by Pity Party, which you can get from their Bandcamp. And it's only 9 tracks long, and they're not that long. So yeah, give it a go. And hope you enjoy. And anyone that checked out our record, Pretend It's Not Over, that came out at the start of the year, thanks very much. Other than that, see you in a year's time. Cheers!
Hello, my name is Sam from the Big Fat Chat podcast, and my album of 2020 is Biffy Clyro's A Celebration of Endings. Everything I love about Biffy Clyro is summed up in this record. It is their best since Only Revolutions. It is the most consistent that they've put out in years, and it is just wonderful. You already know it, so good.
It's Colin's Punk Rock World Vinyl Challenge.
I misunderstood one of the challenges, so I need a redo. I thought collection from one band meant like a best of or something, like the best of Bon Jovi, but it means like a discography or something. So here is my Jeff Rosenstock collection. 5 solo albums so far. I haven't started collecting his previous stuff in Bomb the Music Industry or The Arrogant Sons of Bitches, but I've got all 5 of his solo albums. He is the best. The Jeff Rosenstock Band is the best. Worry is one of the greatest albums ever made. Overall, a shocking level of consistency. A signed album, Dirt Mall by Aerial Salad again. Lovely, lovely people. An album that turns 20 in 2021. Don't have one, that's another fail. Album that was received as a gift. I got Death Heaven's Sunbather as a birthday present from my little brother, who I love so much. Shoegaze death metal, the sort of thing hipsters like apparently. Everyone always tells me that Alcest are a better band, but they're not. Fuck off, this is the best. Don't forget to like and subscribe.